Hey guys, my name is Gabriella Simone and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Wait, pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes. I pop up, put it out loose. Wait, speed it up. Look at the diamonds, they eat it up. Every two bitches, I eat it up.
So in today's video, I'm going to be doing an everyday makeup routine. I get lots and lots of questions about what I do on an everyday basis with my makeup, and it's nothing too serious or nothing too special. People think that I do like full face makeup every time they see me, but it's honestly just like 4 or 5 products. But I get a lot of questions on it, so I thought I would just get that out for you guys. So if you guys want to see that, just keep on watching. Okay, sorry for any lighting changes that you guys may see if it gets darker or if it gets lighter. I'm sitting in front of a window because I don't have my ring light yet, but it's coming soon, so just bear with me with the lighting and let's get into the video. All right guys, so the first thing that I do is I wash my hands, obviously, because we don't want to go in with dirty fingers, sticky fingers, anything like that. So go ahead and wash your hands first. The next thing that I do is I go in with the Pore Professional Primer by Benefit. It looks like this, and I actually really like this primer. It really sinks into the skin and makes a good base foundation for the rest of your makeup. So I just go in with about a dime size of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I went ahead and put on my primer, and then the next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. I do my eyebrows first before I do like any concealer or foundation or anything like that, just because I don't want to mess up my face foundation and then do my eyebrows. I just don't think that really makes sense. So what I do is I go in first with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pomade in the color dark brown, and then I just go ahead and I go in with a spoolie and an angle-sided brush, and I just go ahead and I dip in like so. This one is kind of drying out. I've had this for 2 years, so, but I barely hit, well, I hit pan, but I hit pan and I still have a lot to go. So yeah, it's a little bit dry, so you're just gonna have to tap it in, or you can use any type of like spray to like loosen it up a little bit. But I just go ahead and I dip it in. I'm gonna be using a mirror because I'm in front of a window, so I don't have like a vanity or anything with me. So I'm just gonna be using just a regular mirror. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start filling in my eyebrows. The only thing that I do with my eyebrows, really, it's nothing too serious, nothing too hard to do. So what I do is I just go ahead and I just brush my eyebrows backwards, like to the left. This is my left eyebrow, so I'm brushing it to the left. So I just go ahead and brush it like backwards to the left, and then towards like the end of my brow, I just go ahead and brush down. And I do the same thing for the other side. I don't brush my eyebrows up and then draw the line. I don't really see the necessariness of that. So is that even a word? Anywho, I just go ahead and I brush my eyebrows backwards, just like so. Just follow the natural shape of my eyebrow. And then I just go ahead and I start filling in the bottom of my eyebrow. I just literally go ahead and draw in. I literally just go ahead and fill in my eyebrow as its natural shape. That's literally all that I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrow, and when I get to the front part of my eyebrow, I'll be right back. For the back of my eyebrows, like the end of my eyebrows, what I do is I am like kind of missing like a little bit of hair at like the top. Not missing, but it's just like sparse at that part. I just kind of fill it into the shape that I want, and then when I conceal it, I can fix any mistakes that I have. All right, so now that I filled in the main part of my eyebrow, I'm gonna go ahead and do the front part of my eyebrow. So what I do for this part, since I don't like my eyebrows looking like super boxy or super like filled in, like dark, I just go ahead and get a little bit more of the pomade. And what I do is I just go ahead and draw a light line right under my eyebrow and a little bit where like my eyebrow does, it's like the front part of my nose. So I just go ahead and I draw just a very light line like so. You can't really see it, but we're gonna build up on it. So I just draw a very light, subtle line under my eyebrow, and then I move the brush so it's facing upwards, and I just start filling in my eyebrows like so. Just start drawing up so it gives it that illusion of hair. So I just draw up. And then when I get to the top part of my eyebrow, I just go ahead and I draw another little subtle line so that we can kind of close the eyebrow a little bit, like so. And then once we start building up on it, it'll look better, I promise. Yeah, as you can see, it is forming a little bit better, but it'll look better once we conceal it and once I do my other eyebrow. All right, so I'm just gonna keep on filling in my eyebrow until I get the shape and the desired look that I want, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eyebrow off camera, and then I'll come back to you guys when I conceal them. All right, guys, so now that I have my eyebrows done, I'm gonna go ahead and start concealing them. I know that I look crazy and I look like I have a unibrow and my eyebrows are super bushy, but once we conceal it, I promise it'll look so much better. So what I do to conceal my eyebrows is I use the Juvias Place concealer in the shade 9, looks like. And I just go ahead and I go in, open it up, and I just use whatever comes out on the brush. If it's a little much, I'll just wipe it off a little bit. So I go ahead and I go in with the concealer and I just tap it with a rounded concealer brush. And then I just go ahead and tap a little bit off of the brush. And what I do is I just line straight under my eyebrows. Alright guys, slight intermission. So now that I have finished filling in my eyebrows, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and conceal them. So all I do to conceal my eyebrows is I just go in with this rounded brush and I just go ahead and dip it in the concealer. And I just follow the natural shape of my eyebrows on both the top and the bottom. And I just go ahead and line them and then just fill them in. All right, so I just went ahead and lined my eyebrows. As you can see, it looks 100% sharper, cleaner, and better than before I concealed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eyebrow and I'll be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and I concealed my other eyebrow, and as you can see, it looks like I have a unibrow, but don't worry, we're gonna fix that in a minute. All that I did to fix that is I literally just draw a line straight down the middle, just like that. And it looks boxy, it looks crazy, I know, but we're gonna fix it. So what I do is I just start, making it look straighter on both sides of the eyebrow. Start making it straighter on both sides. And then since it does still look boxy, what I do is I just go in and I just start kind of shaving off the front part of the eyebrow to make it look less boxy and make it look shorter, make it look like it's part of my face and not like it's drawn in. So I just go ahead and I just start shaving off, and then what I do is I kind of like to go like that a little bit on my eyebrow just to kind of make it look like it's faded a little bit, and just to give it that illusion of an ombre eyebrow. Just like that, and it still does look crazy, but I promise we're gonna fix it. So the next thing that I do is I literally just start blending out my eyebrows so that it looks better and it looks blended and it looks neat. So I just start blending out my eyebrows like so. So I like to go upwards on the front so it'll give it that ombre look, and then I just start blending it backwards like I said when I first started my eyebrows. And I just continue to do that until I get the desired look. Alright, so now that I have blended out my eyebrows, as you can see, the color obviously faded, but I like to go ahead and fix that at the very end. So now that I'm done doing my eyebrows, the only thing that I like to do that's left is literally just start blending out the concealer like so. Alright, so now that my eyebrows are officially done, the next thing that I like to do is I like to go ahead and do my face makeup. So the two products that I use for my face is the Juvias Place foundation and the Juvias Place concealer, like I showed you guys when I was concealing my eyebrows. So this one's in the shade 9 and this one is in the shade Cameroon, and they are the matching like set of foundation and concealer. And the concealer is a little bit light. That is why I use the foundation to kind of counteract the color. So what I do is I just go ahead and lift it up, and I literally just go ahead and just do like 3 lines on both sides of my cheek, and then I do that, my nose, and on my forehead. And then I just go ahead and I fill it in the spaces that the foundation wasn't. Just like so. And I know I look absolutely insane, but we're gonna go ahead and blend it out. So what I do to blend out my concealer is I go ahead and use the Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I like to go ahead and get this real damp with some water, because if you just blend out your makeup with a dry beauty blender or a dry brush, it's just gonna go ahead and just smear your makeup all over your face, but it's not actually gonna go ahead and set into your skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and damp this, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have my damp beauty blender, and then what I like to do is I literally just go ahead and just start blending out everything on my face. And also don't forget to go ahead and blend on your neck, because you don't want your face and your neck looking completely 2 different colors, and you don't want just a line of like makeup on your neck. And also don't forget to blend into your hairline, because you don't want your hairline and your face looking 2 different colors as well. Also, I forgot to mention that when you're blending out your makeup, what I personally like to do is I like to go ahead and I like to pat, as you guys can obviously see. I like to go ahead and pat. I don't like to drag my makeup unless it's like on my neck, because nobody's really looking at your neck like that. But the only place I like to drag is my neck. But on my face, I just like to go ahead and pat, because when you're rubbing, you're just making streaks and streaks in your face, so it doesn't look good when you put on your powder. It's gonna make creases and all that. So just go ahead and pat so it literally sinks into your skin and it looks good that way. Alright guys, so now that I have everything blended out and everything looks good and looks seamless, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is set my face. So the product I like to use to set my face is the Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in the color Terracotta. Looks like this. This color is super orange on my skin, so I like to use another product after I set my face, which you guys will see in just a second. So what I do is I just go ahead and open it up, and I just go ahead and put some product into the cap. And you kind of have to squeeze it out to get this powder out. So I just go ahead and I get out as much as I need, just like that. So either I'll use a dense beauty brush like this, I'll use a dry triangular sponge like this, or I'll use the damp sponge that I used to blend out my face. But this one's a little bit too damp for what I want right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the dense beauty brush. This is from Morphe. I don't know like the number on the brush because it didn't come like that. It came as a set that I got for Christmas, but it's just, you can use any dense beauty brush that you guys have. So what I'll do is I'll literally, since I'm just doing like an everyday makeup routine and I'm not doing anything too serious, too glamorous, I'll literally just go ahead and dip in here and just pat it all over my face. I personally don't really like to bake. I kind of just like to throw on the powder because this powder is super orange, so if I bake with it, it's gonna like change the color of my makeup, and it's a little bit of a stained powder. It kind of like keeps the color, but I like to go ahead and I just kind of like to leave it on for like 30 seconds to a minute, maybe a little bit longer than that, and then I just rub it off after it sets. All right, so now that I have the powder on, I'm gonna go ahead and let it leave on for about 30 seconds to a minute, and I'll be back when it's done. All right, so now that I've let the powder set on my face for a little bit, all I'll do is I'll kind of go ahead and tap off whatever was left on the brush, and I'll literally just start wiping off as much as I can. All right, so now that I got a lot of the powder off my face, the next thing that I like to do, since I do look a little bit orange and the color kind of faded away that I want, I like to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the color Tan to Deep. And I like to go ahead and I like to use this one since it matches my skin the most. I go ahead and go in with this contour brush, and I just go ahead and tap all in like that. And I just go ahead and spread it all over my face to bring that color back into my face that I wanted from before. All right, so now that I have finished fixing the orangeness of my face, now we're gonna go ahead and do mascara and lashes, and then we're almost done with the process. So the mascara that I like to use is the L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Mascara. Just looks like this. A lot of you should know what it is by now, but I like to use this, and I like to go ahead and do my bottom lashes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply some falsies. All right, guys, so now that I have applied my bottom lashes with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, the next thing that I'm gonna do is go ahead and apply some falsies, and I'm gonna see if I can try to apply these on camera, but if not, I will see you guys in the next clip. And what I use to apply my falsies is I use the Sassy Eyelash Glue. Looks like this. All right, so I got the other eyelash on, and putting on these eyelashes were actually pretty easy, which is surprising because I kind of still struggle with putting on my eyelashes. So the second to last thing that I like to do is I kind of let the eyelashes sit and dry a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to let it dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna blend out my real lashes with the false lashes with the telescopic mascara. All right, so we blended out everything, and then now the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply my lip gloss, I'm gonna do my hair, and I'm gonna change, and I'll be right back. Before I put on my lip gloss or anything like that, I like to go ahead and I like to set my face. The only thing that's in here is witch hazel. And I know it sounds pretty weird to set your face with witch hazel because a lot of people take their makeup off with witch hazel, but I think it kind of makes my face look a little bit dewy and it makes it look like kind of glowy. So I just like to use witch hazel, but most of the time I use a setting spray. All right, guys, so I finished putting on my lip gloss, I did my hair, and I changed. And that is all for today's video. I just want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my everyday makeup routine, and I'm gonna link all the products that I used in the description box below. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see next, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.